I've already got my softened butter in my mixer here. I'll let that come to room temperature. And I'm going to add in my sugar. And as always, I'm doing a half a recipe, so if you want to do a full recipe, follow the directions for the full recipe down below. I'm just going to turn this on and beat this until this is light and fluffy. Make sure you scrape the sides of the bowl down at least once. And then to this, I'm going to add in my egg. And I'm also going to add in peppermint extract. The original recipe calls for mint and vanilla. I'm just going to use peppermint. And it looks like that's the end of my peppermint. I'm just going to let this go until this is well combined. And now I'm going to add my flour, and my flour has already been mixed with my salt. I'm just going to gradually add this until the dough forms. Just like that. Now it is time to color this. Now I've split my dough in half, and I've got half of my dough that I'm going to leave white on a piece of wax paper. And I'm just going to roll this up and put this into the refrigerator to let it chill. Roll it up like that and spin the ends. Now I'm just going to set this into the refrigerator to let chill. With my other half of the dough, I'm going to, again, divide this in half. And I'm going to set half of it over there. And with this half, I'm going to color it red. And I'm using these icing colors. It's a gel food paste, or gel food coloring. And I'm just going to mix this in. Just like that. And I'm going to take this and again roll it up into wax paper. And twist the ends and put this into the refrigerator. And then with this half of the half, I'm going to color it green. And again, I'm using the, I don't know how well you can see that, the icing color gel food coloring. Now, you don't have to color this green, this half green. You can color just the whole half red. That's perfectly fine. But the recipe says to do green and red, so that is what I'm doing. So just get some food coloring in there and mix this up. You want to make sure all of that color gets incorporated evenly into the dough. And like the other ones, I'm going to take this out of the bowl and roll it up in wax paper and twist this one up. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator with the others, and I'm going to let this chill for at least 2 hours before I work with this dough. I've got my dough here that is completely chilled. I'm going to start with the plain, just plain non-colored dough. And since I'm doing a half a recipe, and the full recipe makes 48 cookies, I need to cut this into 24 equal sections. And by rolling this up in wax paper, it makes it easy to divide up into equal parts. So I'm just going to start by cutting down the center. And then I'm going to cut this in half. And then each one of these in thirds. And then I'm going to cut each one of these in half. And then for our red and green dough, we're going to do the exact same thing. But these we're only going to cut into, if you're doing the full recipe, 24 sections. Half a recipe, do 12. Now to form these, I've covered my cutting board here with a piece of wax paper. I'm just going to take a piece of the white dough, and I'm going to roll this out until it's about 4 inches long, like that. And then I'm going to take a piece of the colored dough and do the same thing. Like that. And I'm going to bring them together, and I'm going to pick them up, and I'm going to very carefully twist these together, just like that. And then I'm going to put this on an ungreased cookie sheet. The other thing you can do is just take a piece of your white dough and a piece of your colored dough and just put them together like that, and roll this out as a whole until it is about 4 inches long, like that, and then just pick it up and twist it together like that. And that works just as fine too. Once you get all of your cookies rolled out and twisted and onto your cookie sheet, go ahead and put this in the freezer for about 10 minutes just to get these chilled up, and that will prevent them from spreading when you bake. So I'm going to get these in the freezer, and then I'm going to bake them at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes. And then when they come out, I'm just going to let them cool on the cookie sheet for a couple minutes and then remove them to a wire rack to cool completely. And when these are cool, I will be back to finish them up. Now these are completely cool. You can leave them like this. That is perfectly fine. But I'm going to go ahead and do as the recipe instructed and dip these in some almond bark, white chocolate, whatever you want to call it, that I have melted in the microwave. Let me get the wax paper here. I also have some candy canes that I have crushed up. We'll see how the thick or the big pieces work out. But basically all you're going to want to do, get the spoon out of here, is just take the end of this and dip it into your white chocolate, and then right into your candy canes like that, and then set it down and let it cool. Once you get your cookies all done, go ahead and let the almond bark set up and dry, and then go ahead and store them in an airtight container until you are ready to enjoy. So there you go, peppermint stick cookies. Hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching.